True.
But let's just, if Hamish de Bretton-Gordon is talking about future warfare, and let's just have a quick look at the future soldier. Because, well, in fact, the future digital soldier, now the future digital soldier is a subset of the future soldier. But of course, he needs smart helmets, he needs helmet-mounted alert systems, he needs laser threat warning systems and digital night vision goggles and all this stuff that you're seeing on screen at the moment. But apparently in the UK here, major advances are now being made in body-worn technology for UK soldiers. And this is improving operational advantage by connecting soldiers to data tools and new technology. What happens when soldiers become reliant on these data tools, Brian, and then the data links break, or they're reliant on their GPS systems for maps and so on? What happens under those circumstances?
Chaos.
Well, let's if we just put that back on screen for a second, let's just go back a few years. This was the beginning of the language of the future soldier. This was the future soldier vision. I think this was 2018 or so. And it began with a partnership between the Ministry of Defence and the Royal College of Art, because where else would you begin if you wanted to bring this type of technology onto the battlefield? And this was Harriet Baldwin, who was Procurement Minister at the time, saying, you might not expect the MOD to work with an art and design university, but it's this kind of non-traditional partnership which will keep our armed forces equipped with cutting-edge technology. Are you impressed by that?
No, I'm not. No.
Okay.
Well, in a way I am, because this is the sort of policy that leads to chaos. This is introducing disruption into proper procurement pathways and systems, and they know it. So when we say that the military is in a pitiful state at the moment, it's been taken there deliberately.
And of course, we need to once again make the point, this is another case of no change starmer, because this is a continuation of a policy that was set a number of years ago under the Tory government. But we should also, as we were talking about on Friday's programme, make the point that this was also linked to the British Army's activity in Britain, because in Europe, because while one part of this is the digital future soldier, the other part of it is just the way that Britain interoperates with other militaries particularly around Europe. So this is a key part of this future soldier initiative as well. But we have a little bit of video here, which give you bit of a better idea of this digital future soldier. This came from late last year.
The power and data market for products on the soldier is only going to be increasing as time goes on. The more and more devices that soldiers throw onto their load carriage means that they're going to need more power, more batteries, and faster data.
So essentially what we've been showing today is really what I think of as the glue to sticking the future soldier together. It's what we're calling now the soldier electronic architecture, which is the piece that allows one sensor to talk to another processor, to talk to another device.
It's a USB 2 powered hub, providing the power for all of the ancillaries required by the soldier, as well as all of the data, connecting that to an end user device.
It increases your capability set. So not only now do you have separate discrete capabilities, but you have the ability to share that data between devices. So put in sensor data onto EUDs or heads-up displays, but also then to share that across your team and across your company. One thing that's really different is the whole on-body wireless. So we are seeing better power delivery systems, better data rates. The real step changes. Can we do that wirelessly on body, remove that cable?
It's the first time some of these stakeholders have seen these advanced technologies being used as demonstrations and not just as white papers.
We need to have those capabilities that are there to give us that winning edge. And the way you do that is by linking things in. And you can create capabilities incredibly quickly using software now, rather than having to generate whole new hardware every time. Rapidly combining capabilities to have a whole new range of effects.
What happens if you load a soldier up with 10 tons of batteries? That's a slight exaggeration, of course,
they get tired, Mike, and then the batteries run out and there's a big problem.
Yes.
But if we look at the battle going on in Ukraine, we've got men hiding in holes in the ground, trying to protect themselves from the drones. And is this technology going to take men on the battlefield into a better space? I don't think so. But
Well, if you
Maybe
want
I'm cynical.
Yes. Well, if you want to find out more, head over to the UK or the British Army website. There's a section on our future soldier. Well, one of the things they talk about is rapid technology change. And they're worried about state and non-state adversaries increasingly evolving their methods. But they're talking about more autonomous vehicles, autonomous drones, autonomous weaponry, and so on. And really, this is where I think this is heading. I don't know what. I'm very interested in anybody's comments on this. But if people are so loaded up with batteries and so on that they can't actually run and fight on the battlefield, perhaps what we're really looking at is more and more autonomy and merely people sitting somewhere well away from the front line pressing buttons. Is that more likely?
Well, I think it's a lot more likely, Mike. Absolutely. And I think that's what the game is in Ukraine.